Hello, hello, hello. It's me. I'm back. Let's get started, I guess. I don't know. What are we doing today? I'm not sure. That's a lie. I am going to be working on hotkey stuff. I said I'm not sure because I didn't have the right thing pulled up, so my brain just kind of shut down in the middle of that sentence. Hotkey listener. All right, let's open this up. Oh baby, look at this. Programming. Let's figure it out. Oh yeah. All right, so let's open this up. Move this here. Okay. So what am I looking at here? So we're looking at live split stuff because live split, for whatever reason, is written in Rust, which is neat. Who would have thought? So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm using live split hotkey specifically. And so we're really only looking at not hotkey. Am I looking at hotkey? No, I'm looking for hook. Yeah. So the hook is OS specific. Okay. And since I'm working on Windows, we're just gonna use Windows. So parse scan code. Don't need that, and it's also not public. The only thing we need is hook, and then stuff is implemented for hook. Implement hook. So you can create a new hook that creates, or that attempts to create a thingamajig. Callback procedure, blah, blah, blah. I have a feeling my bot's broken, by the way. All right, let's just send a manual ping. So add stream notifications. I'm live, but the bot is dead. There we go. Callback. What's some callback? Key map lock. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. So function is valid. Man, so we're doing a lot of Rust. Maybe I should, nah, I'm not, I was gonna say maybe I should update my tags to reflect the fact that I'm doing Rust, because I know that some people really like to watch Rust programmers. They are into the, I don't know. They think they'll get some programming tips from watching a programming stream, which I've always thought it'd be kind of weird. Hello Nero. And hello Zof the Loaf. How are you? What I'm working on today is hotkey support. For vpuppr. So I guess I should always just have this open in the background, right? If I'm working on vpuppr, might as well have it open. The notification you're live. So I'm assuming you are in. Wait, the Discord notification or the Twitch notification? Because there's two of them, but the Discord ones are flaky, to put it politely, mostly because I need to update my bot. The libraries that it's using are very, very old. Yeah, look at that. we have notifications, blah, blah. You can start tracking, but I'm not going to show that off, but it works. And there is technically already hotkey support in here, but it does not do hotkeys like I need them to do, right? So we're able to listen. So if I click off, you can see that we're still getting hotkeys and stuff, down key, up key, even though the window's not focused, which is something that a normal program does not allow you to do unless you specifically implement it. So Godot does not actually expose this functionality. So Twitch went and joined when the Discord ping came through. Nice, nice, nice. Well, prepare yourself to get learned, become more learned. Register hotkey dictionary. Not sure what I want to do here. I wonder if there's like register hotkey combination is something I could do. So I said I was gonna do this, but now I'm thinking, how the heck do I listen for hotkey combinations? Because based off of this, I can register. I can call register on this, the hotkey listener, which just contains a hook object. This is a hook object. Hello, Needle Mouse. How are you? How are you enjoying your new distro? So we have a hook object, and I've separated out the structs. So this is just a pure Rust struct, whereas this is the kind of Godot binding struct. Mostly because the hook can fail to set up, which makes sense, I think. It makes sense, I think. Which is why I have, hotkey listener node. It's a node. Wow. It contains two values, the hotkey listener, which is an optional hotkey listener, which contains a hook, and also just a flag is valid, which is a Boolean. So if the lower level hook fails to create, then is valid will be false, and then we'll also just pass none to the option. But then register a hotkey dictionary is probably the final implementation I'm going to be using, but then you'll also want to be able to ad hoc register a new hotkey combination to listen for as well. Yeah, so maybe just register. But then how would you do this in Rust? Because usually when you're registering hotkey, well, okay, so this takes a hotkey. What the heck is a hotkey? So this is crate level hotkey RS. Hotkey is some sort of key code. Okay. The key code of the hotkey. So you can only have a 2-character long hotkey, I guess. So if you want to do, like, I guess Control Alt Delete would not be a valid hotkey for multiple reasons, of course, but or maybe like Control AR, right? If you wanted to hotkey that, I guess that's not possible. You can only do modifiers, or what is modifiers? So there's key code. Can you have multiple keys in a key code? No, key code is just an enum. All right, what are modifiers? All right, modifiers, well, no, yeah. Modifiers are a bit flags. Or no, it's just, modifiers is just a struct that contains bit flags, that's right. So you can have multiple modifiers with just one key. So that makes it easy for me then. Because then, this is just register new, register hot, just call it register hotkey, why not? Register hotkey, mutable self, and this will take takes a key, a Godot string, and then modifiers, which is a Godot array, I think. So what is it called here? Is it just Godot array? Godot array. What are arrays called in Godot Rust? Godot Rust. Give me the docs rs, please. Array. What is it called? I'm losing my mind. It's not string array. Array mesh, array type. I swear I've done this before. Why can't I figure this out? Right. Core types, yeah, so it's in core types, so then I can just look here. Array, array, array. Godot character pool array, no. Variance array. It's a variance array. Or we can take a pool array, right? Pool string array. Why not? A pool array of Godot string. Something like that. And then this will return a Boolean that tells us whether or not we were successful. So it's not very rusty, right? So in Rust, usually when you want to communicate whether or not something was successful, you should return a result enum, which you can see kind of here, right? So hotkey listener returns a result. So it's either okay or an error. And I actually use the same pattern throughout vpuppr as well. Yeah. But then live split hotkey from string. Do you have from string? Yeah, okay. Let's key equal hotkey. Hotkey. Okay, what is it called? Is it live split hotkey? Is this not a hotkey? Is this not exported or? Oh no. Yeah, that has to be a key code. Key code. So if I just type in key code from string. We'll just do from. That should be fine. Key to string. Or is there key as string? As string? No. To string. See if it gives me an error, of course. And then I'm pretty sure we need to do as string. To string and then as string. Huh? Really? Expected enum key code found. From string. Oh, you want me to do like this then? From string. Implement for string for hotkey. Huh. Am I dumb? Oh wait, no, this is hotkey. I need key code, not hotkey. Key code. That's right. All right. So from, no, we still have from string for key code. See, this is an error that I get sometimes that I don't really understand how to use it. It's implemented but not in scope. What does that mean? Okay, sure. You don't usually need to import the trait though if you want to use it though, right? No? So match this, blah, blah. So if this is okay, then just assign it. Otherwise, we want to Oh, it doesn't return an error value. Okay, cool. So Godot error unable to get key code from key something like that. This returns an empty error. That's fine. Cool. So that's our key code, and then we need the modifiers, which are here. Source modifiers. So from string. Oh, I see. So for modifier in string splits, so modifiers are split by plus signs, no spaces. Gotcha. So let modifiers equal match modifiers. Is this exported or no? Modifiers. Get out of here. Modifiers. Is there an error? Why is code completion not working anymore? Is this not exported? Or a modifier? Yeah, modifier should be, yeah, it's a public struct. Modifiers? It's not able to find it? No modifiers in roots. Okay, that's good. Is this just not exported for whatever reason? It's possible it's not. Yeah, see, no, it's here. Cargo toml. Let's put hotkey 6. Is this on 6 or no? Yeah, this is 6. Am I stupid? Am I stupid? So public use self modifiers all. Yeah. Public struct modifiers. Ooh. Or is it under modifiers? Modifiers. No, I didn't think so. Alright, live split hotkey. I need the crates, please. Crates IO, and then I can look at the docs RS. Huh. Is it not exported? I'm confused. And also, really quick, I think I might need to. I keep having to patch all these hotkey things, man. All right, let's do this, I guess. Prepare yourself. We're gonna fork it under. Oh, okay, we already have it. Never mind. Turns out I don't need to fork it. It already exists. I forked it already, preemptively. So live split. All the keys are direct. I have no idea what I'm saying. Don't worry. It's pretty much me on a constant basis. How are you, Lily? All right. So do I have this locally? I don't remember. But I don't think that it's exposed, which is very annoying. Clone. What I'm working on is hotkey supports for vpuppr. And then I guess, once it works in vpuppr, then it's also just applicable to the rest of Godot as well. At least Godot 3.x. Well, I don't know why I said it like that. Godot 3.x. So live split, core, blah, blah. Open this up. Rest analyzer. Then live split hotkey. I wonder what's going on with this. It's going to take a little bit because Rust Analyzer needs to build the entire project, and there are 4 crates. So 3 sub crates and then the big mega crates. Here, just looking at it. No worries. I'm just talking to myself like a crazy person. Learning coding using Lua or C++. Saying a language as yours using. I am using Rust. So Lua is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Lua because it starts indexing at 1 instead of 0, like a normal language, or a normal programming language, I should say. And then C++ is not Rust. I'm not very good at C++. It's one of those things I would rather not have to use. Let me see. This is exposed, isn't it? Like, I'm looking at this. We can look at the macro, I guess. There's the visibility, yeah. There's the visibility. It does use an inner macro though. What the heck? Which is a bit weird. It's kind of freaking me out. I don't really know what this means. Local inner macros. Nochi uses D, yeah. New decoding, so I'm taking some free classes online. Very good. Apropos of nothing at all, I highly recommend doing. Oh, maybe I should actually go through it once before I continuously shill Code Academy. But that's how I learned how to program. I did Code Academy's Python courses. Hold on, I've shifted in my seat and now the duck is kind of offset. But yeah, you don't really need to go to school to learn how to program, honestly. Now, if you want to learn how to do like computer science stuff, then you probably do need to go to school. But just programming, all you need to do is be able to read. Be able to read, and then also just be like very meticulous. So if you can write a paragraph without using spell check, you are probably a good fit. This looks right. I don't know why this isn't exposed then, because this is a public struct here, and then I can kind of futz with it like so. Right, so if I just add a new main RS, Rust isn't going to be very happy with me, but that's fine. Who cares about what Rust thinks? There's my main. That's fine. It's freaking out. Use crate. Modifiers. So are you gonna freak out? No? Huh? Is this not it? Am I not in this crate? I'm losing my mind. Or maybe this is a sub crate, so Rust Analyzer's already confused. So let's do this in the super crate. So there's your main. You'll be fine. Use crate. Eh? What's your problem? Include. You're in school. Comes from raw experience. I suppose I want to create a game, and the class I'm taking at the moment is dealing with Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird's a good one. Flappy Bird, Pong, Space Invaders, Asteroids. These are all good ones. So library, bench, false. Dependencies. Yeah, no, isn't it live split hotkey? Is that not it? Is that not the correct live split hotkey? What's your cargo toml? Yeah, live split hotkey, like so. Yeah. Okay. Then we can look at how you do it. Right, because you're also using, oh, it's because I need to mod it. No, you don't need to mod it. No. Eh? Use crates. Yeah, use live split hotkey as hotkey. Eh? I'm feeling very dumb right now. Why is this not working? All right. Random. Because I'm looking at this, and this looks right to me. You pull in the module modifiers, which is here. And then these are all pulled in as needed. And then these are re-exported. Public use self. So the reason why this isn't working is because this is using a different version of cargo toml. No, this is 2021. Yeah. No. Hold on. That's fine. That's fine. Use create hotkey key code. Okay. Thank you for linting it for me. Modifiers. Create hotkey. No, it's there. Which means I have no idea. Live split core. I haven't made any changes, which means I'm just baffled. Yeah, modifiers. And then we can just compile this. And then it's gonna give me an error because it can't find it. Yeah. And we hit it with a cargo build release anyways. Oh, sorry. Rust. And then hit it with a cargo build release. It'll build, it'll try to pull in stuff. Unresolved import, live split hotkey modifiers, no modifiers in root. But it is there in root. And then we can even look at it. Wait a minute, what the heck? Ooh. Why is this different? What? Yeah, okay, sure. That's really weird then. That explains a lot. So this is the librs from here. Is this a new... Oh my god. I see. I see. So where is the tag? Okay, I have no idea where 60 is for this specific crate. So I know what's the problem here now, is because I need to... Actually, The version of the crate that's published to crates.rs or crates.io is old. So I need to be pulling in the latest one. But here's the question is, how do I pull in the latest one if this is a separate crate? Or add support for key modifiers to hotkeys. What the heck? Wait. Key code. Wait. Key code. Ooh. Okay, so I've been looking at the wrong documentation, which is why this is not working. As in, I shouldn't have been looking at the actual source. I should be looking at... Well, I shouldn't be looking at the GitHub source. I should be looking at the source that's on docs.rs, because this is the one that's actually published, which is kind of a pain. And I'm also not sure how this resolves hot modifiers then? Or does this even have support for modifiers? So we're working with this thing. Oh, key code. And then you can only have one key code at a time then? So live split is based off of like a single key code? How does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense to me. Trait implementations, clone, debug, from string, hash, sure. Interesting. Well, that makes this difficult. Then how does live split work then? Great, because isn't like live split, right? Live split is the speedrunning software that lots of people use. Like they're not just binding, you know, like Q to an input, right? Because that's an actual keyboard you need to use, or an actual key that you need to use on your keyboard. Unless they're binding like all these other keys, like, I don't know, like F1 or something. Or maybe some numpad keys. Maybe they are. Maybe that's actually how they're doing it. Yeah, maybe that's how they're doing it. Never heard. Press B to blow key. Is that like a ligma? Yeah, never heard of live. So have you heard of AGDQ or SGDQ? Awesome Games Done Quick, the charity speedrun marathon that raises money for Doctors Without Borders. So live split is more or less the most popular piece of software for that. Yeah, SGDQ, AGDQ, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so the fancy timer that you usually see runners use, they're using live split. So I'm trying to think, how would you do this then? If you only have these inputs here, and then I guess I need to just wait for the next version of live split hotkey to drop onto crates.io before we can do like dedicated modifier keys. Maybe I can do is control, is alt, and is super pressed. Do they call it meta or super? Is it super? Or is it meta? It's meta. Okay, they call it meta key. So there's so control. Okay, hold on. Left control pressed, left control pressed. It's a bool. Right control pressed. I prefer using the full spelling, if applicable, especially for like class, or these are structs actually. Definitions. So left, alt. Using live split for hotkeys or to fix the IFM delays. I'm using it for hotkeys. Right. I'm not sure how I would use it to fix IFM delays. That would be pretty wild though. If you have an idea for how to fix the iFacial mocap tracking delays, that would be very nice, because I do not have an idea for how to fix those right now. Alright, there's a better way of doing this, but for now this is okay. Then hotkey listener, blah blah. We can do not default. struct modifiers. Okay. So we're gonna break this out just so I can use default here. Derive defaults, and then here modifiers is modifiers. That's not how you spell modifiers, or that's how I spelled it, but it's not how you spell it. Modifiers, modifiers. And then is it, you do default, like that? Something like that? No? Wait, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. Modifiers, default, that's right. And then I just consistently spell it wrong as well. Okay, so there we go. Hotkey listener, register hotkey, and then we'll just use a similar implementation to what they were doing. So for M and modifiers, can I get an iterator, please? Am I allowed to do that? Probably not. This is an automatic iterator? Okay, sure. No? Is not an iterator. Fantastic. Okay. Hehehe. Do I need to read and then iterate? Yeah, okay. Sure. And I was not sure what it is, but I know what it is. It's a pool string array, a pool array, if you will. So then these are all possible modifiers, I guess. So let's key equal match key code from string. Do you think Rust is going to be able to figure out this? I kind of doubt it will be able to figure it out. All right, and I'm also trying to do this in a kind of safe way instead of just unwrapping them, doing a blind unwrap on the values, because if you do a blind unwrap, it'll just panic and then you won't know what happened. So because I'm using this a lot, I should probably break this out into another function. Because the nice part about compiled languages is that ooh, match arms. Oh, sorry. Is that you can be a little unoptimal and then just rely on the compiler to optimize it for you. Or because it's like compiled anyways, right? It's already going to be a lot faster than, say, writing this all in GDScript, which is not possible, by the way. All right, but that's our key, and then I guess match key. Or how would I do like if this in this list of key codes? Key code. So we're looking for. All right, so I did it as meta left and meta right, correct? Or left. Let's do left. Let's do this in the order I define this. So this is control left. Okay. I'm thinking. Key code. Control right. Key code. Alt left. Key code. This looks bad, but just bear with me, okay? I swear it makes sense. It will make sense eventually. Meta left, key code, meta right. And also, we're just typing right now. We're just typing. I do try to understand some of this. It seems like you're using less words to do some functions like function and imp. I've never seen end, so I mean end. Where's end? So this is how Rust does its syntax, right? So Rust, this is Rust syntax. So function, fn is function, impl is implementation. So since you said you were doing C++ and Lua, Lua doesn't really have classes, so I guess it's closer to how Lua does it. C++ is object-oriented, but you can also write it not object-oriented. Yeah, so you're learning two languages that don't have classes, which is fine. So yeah, we just have structs. So in Lua, these would just be like generic tables. In C++, these are just structs. But as opposed to C++, you can define functions on these structs. And I guess Lua, you can actually assign functions to your tables. Bad modifier key. Oh, you've never seen end, so yeah. It's like C++, yeah. Because end is how you define the end of a function in Lua. That's right. I remember. Yeah, so it's very close to C++ syntax. Just think of it as like a fancier C++. And I think that's the idea anyways, right? Is that Rust is supposed to be like a safer C++. Okay. I do not know. Okay. Well, now you know. Is Rust the point of Rust is to be like as fast as C++ while maintaining like memory safety, because that's pretty much the biggest driver of security holes in software. Is that something you hear like a buffer overflow or stack overflow, blah blah, because you invalid memory address exception, blah blah. So I think you can still overflow the stack and whatever, but you'll never have an invalid memory address in Rust. That's the idea. But if you want to do the same thing in C++, you will you have to plan it out way ahead in advance. And even then, you know, it's C++. If you want to do it, you can do it. You know, C++ takes the, you know, we're all adults here approach. You know, who cares what happens between two consenting adults, basically. By the way, I'm staring at this because I'm thinking. Oh god. So we'll call this modifier keys. Modifier keys, yeah. And then here, let modifier key codes. Wait. Modifiers. I'm trying to name these correctly so I don't get confused. So this will be a excited vec of nothing. We'll figure it out. A vec of key code. I think that makes sense to me. So the teacher meant that if you do not delete the pipes that they pass the screen, the screen will cause buildup and end up crashing. Yes. No, that's a out of memory. Yeah, that's an out of memory error. So if you do not delete the pipes, then they will just stay in memory, and then you will just eventually run out of memory, which is different. Although I guess when you start running out of memory, well, hard to say. Would that cause a buffer? If you run out of memory, does that cause a buffer overflow? No, that's an interesting question. I'm not sure. Because depending on the program, you might just be allocated a buffer of memory to write to. Modifier, key codes, push key. Right. So then we have this, the modifier key codes, and then the key. And then I'm trying to think about how to structure this, because we can only listen for one key at a time, but we can also listen for in the callback, right? In the function callback that we pass the hook. So we can do let hook equal to self hotkey listener hook. Can I not? Oh, do I need to make it public? I'm sorry. Public. Hotkey listener. Oh, I'd like to access the hook. Hotkey listener. Oh, sorry. Undo. Redo. It's an option. So it may or may not exist. ASV team. Automated self-driving vehicle. Yes. All right. Cannot move out of. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, sure. Cannot move out of a shared reference. Consider, yeah. It doesn't matter. I just need a reference to the hook, and then I'm pretty sure I won't be able to call anything on this afterwards, huh? Yeah, because this takes, well, interesting. So this will work, which is very strange to me. So key, and then this is some sort of callback, which is some sort of mutable function that is send and static. Okay. So driving boat with C++ with ROS, don't know what that is. The memory and standing exceptions within the code using Rust with ROS2 might be real-time OS2? Is that what it is? So is this a capturing callback? So does this mean I can pass in self hotkey listener as ref unwrap modifiers? I gotta think about that. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. I didn't think so. Yeah, because it escapes out of the associated function. That's right. Robot operating system. Is that like an actual term? Robot operating system? Robot operating system. ROS. Huh. Interesting. Neat. Yeah. I know that. I don't know. You can use Rust for embedded, but it's not as mature as like a C library or C++ library, maybe. I don't know. Embedded is not my field of expertise. I know very little about embedded. All I know is that embedded, you usually have to bring your own standard library, which is tough. Okay, but we can access all the hook stuff here, by the way. Then the question is, how do I access this stuff? Because then we still don't have the ability to like emit signals, right? So if I wanted to do like self emit, or if I wanted to do, we'll call it owner, this is some sort of node, then we can do owner emit signal, you know, basically like some sort of string, right? And then this is some sort of slice. Are you allowed to do that? A constant pointer cannot be shared between threads safely. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, hold on. No. And then this is also wrong because this needs to be base. Is that how you do it? Base? Yeah, and then constant pointer, type prelude, send for GD native, prelude node. Let's think. Okay, so how did I do this before then? Nervous laughter intensifies. So what did I call it? Hotkey listener. Well, no, it's input forwarder, but I'm just gonna be merging the two repositories anyways. Input forwarder. So how did I do this here? How did I send? I don't remember. Oh, I passed in a crossbeam, a channel to it. Okay. So let's pull in. Use crossbeam. Okay. What did I use for crossbeam here? So crossbeam, channel, all of these things, and we'll just wait for Rust to download all the stuff. So we need a channel implementation. Yeah, bounded is better than unbounded, and then we need a sender and receiver. How cool. And then here, you'll need to have a sender. Well, you'll need to have a I think you'll need to hold on to. Oh no. Oh no. I need a sender and receiver because I also need some way to kill the thread as well. Or actually, how do I unregister? Can I unregister? Is that something I can do? I'm not familiar. So drop, sure. I guess we can just unregister everything, and that's also pretty easy. And then that should, well, I don't know. No, okay, so when it's deallocated, it automatically drops. Okay, it automatically unhooks itself, which is good. So I only need to hold on to the receiver, and then I just need to, I guess I also need to hold on to the sender, but I'll never send anything on it, right? So this is the, we'll just call it the receiver. Phenomenal. How does he come up with these names? Yeah, so this is some sort of receiver that takes a key code, right? And then this is the callback sender. There's Steam wanting to restart. You can just do that later. And then the sender will take a key code. But this will never ever be called by us. And then here, so is it let sender receiver is equal to bounded capacity, I guess 1? Key code, right? Yeah. So here's your sender, and there's the receiver. So then our receiver is this receiver. And this sender is, or the callback sender is the sender. Phenomenal. Wow. Amazing. No such field. Did I not? Oh, this is on the wrong thing. My bad. I'll just get out of here. Well, I guess that makes sense. So we only need to, yeah, only expose what we need to expose to Godot. So Godot never needs to know about the senders or receivers. That's right. Oh my god. All right, undo me. There we go. So yeah, Godot doesn't need to know about any of those fields. It only needs to know about the fact that there is a hotkey listener that may or may not be there. And then, yeah. So this is our wrapper struct. Put as much business knowledge, or not business knowledge, business logic in there, and then have all the technical implementation be in hotkey listener. Yeah. So this makes sense to me. This one is still wrong, but we can do sender or hold on. Hotkey listener is equal to self hotkey listener unwrap. I still don't really understand why I'm not allowed to unwrap this. Cannot move out of self hotkey listener because it's behind a mutable reference. See, that's, I don't really get it. But sure. As ref. That's fine. And then there is this thing. Sure. Need to borrow that hook as well. Speaking of Godot, I was also trying to use it a while ago, but kept on crashing for some odd reason. It told me to get it reinstalled, get a new copy. Amazingly, that worked. It's hard to say. I'm not sure. Not enough details as to know why Godot wasn't working. Sometimes Godot just likes to crash, especially if you mess up some editor settings. I know that it's really easy to corrupt your editor settings, and then it'll cause it to break, essentially. That can happen. It can happen. Okay, so hotkey listener, callback sender, sends. Am I allowed to do this? Yeah. So probably need to pass, nope, can't pass in a reference to that, but that's essentially what I want to do. Borrowed data escapes outside of associated function, self escapes the, here, self is a reference, let's call the reference 81, eh? No, that's right. Hold on. we can think about this. Hotkey listener, callback sender, clone. Sender, send. Yeah, I didn't think so. Borrowed data escapes outside of the associated function. Self is a reference that is only valid in the associated function body. That's right. Let's call the lifetime of this reference 1. No. I know that hooking this into Godot has other constraints. Just missing the script. Anyways, yeah. I mean, that's the best way to learn programming, right? It's just to mess with stuff until it works. Well, at least when you're working with higher level languages. I think my lack of reading always comes back to bite me when I'm programming Rust. But unfortunately, if you ever want to do like hotkey stuff, you generally need to dip into lower level languages. Hold on, I can figure this out. Borrowed data escapes outside of the, I don't know. Hold on. So we can just give it to you, right? More or less. Oh, and then it needs to move, that's right. Yeah, okay. I know things. Sometimes. It felt about right. I guess we'll just, I don't know, just expect unable to send key, perhaps? All right, what's your problem? Oh, it's because the register also has a thing. Okay, about 20 pages long. Well, I've got news for you. Look at these scripts. These scripts are pretty long as well. So, I mean, this one's not too bad, and this one's actually like pretty good in my opinion. This one loads shared libraries at runtime. It's the only one of its type to do that, I'm pretty sure. Of course, it's not very useful for most people, to be fair. But in my use case, it's fantastic, right? Because I'm including all these, like the entire point of the vpuppr rewrite is that I can bundle things under different licenses, or if you don't want to have hotkey support, because hotkey support is just a keylogger, you don't need to use it. All right, so this is wrong, but we don't really care about, or does this give me a, what does this give me? Yeah, it gives me an empty result. Yeah, must be a string literal. Sorry. There we go. Turn false. Okay. That's actually seems kind of fine. Maybe. Maybe. And then in, how did I do this here? It looked like a lot of me just humming and hawing. Which, you're not wrong if that's what you thought I was doing. Or if that's all you thought I was doing. But also, you know, I think I figured it out, more or less. We struggled through it, and now we're here. It's just that easy. And then I can just reuse my code from last time. Nope, I cannot reuse my code from last time. Self. If not self is valid, then we'll just return early. Otherwise, self hotkey listener. Hold on, I'm confused. What is your problem? Can't find base in this scope. Oh, that's because this is a method. Okay. Remember to save, save, save? Nah. Saving's for nerds. I like to program on hard mode. Says the person who is completely dependent on IDEs to program effectively. the memory of a goldfish. Which is actually it's not a misnomer, it's urban legend. Did you know that goldfish actually have like fairly good memories? They can recognize, apparently, I don't know, I read this in a study. I think in the Nature, what is it, the Nature journal, or maybe Nature is just the publisher or something? Like goldfish can actually recognize human faces. Which is, you know, would not have expected that, to be honest. Okay, input, receiver. Please. Okay, what the heck? Okay, so why is this one pull? Oh, input is different. Okay, so what is this input? Input is self pull. Pull if okay. Pull is just a custom function. So this is match listener receiver receive, and then we also need to do if listener receiver is empty, we'll just want to return early. Same as crows. I think crows are a bit smarter than goldfish, but yeah, maybe. I know that crows can recognize you, but they don't recognize, I think, facial features, because I think, can't you trick a crow by wearing a hat? Right? In the same way that you can trick your dog by wearing a hat. Like your dog recognizes you more by your smell rather than like how you look. So if you like go away for a while and then come back to your dog, but you're wearing a hat, your dog will be very confused. Something like that. All right. Owner, emit, owner, am I not allowed to emit a signal here? Hold on. We'll just fill out the match arms for now. Gdo error, unable to receive any input. All right. Emit. Owner. What is your problem? Okay. So I have the owner here, and then what I'm looking at is this function here, because that's how I did it before. So you have self, base, owner, and then you should be able to just emit a signal whenever you want, because it's a method, so that does some stuff. Hard to say. Oh, it's not able to, it doesn't know what the owner is. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll just kind of fudge it for now. Okay, yeah. It just wasn't able to figure it out. All right, and then key as string. Are you allowed to do this? Expected variant. Okay, so we can do Gdo string from string key as string and then to variants. It's beautiful. All right, let's give it a try, I guess. I don't know. So we'll hit this with a cargo build release. Maybe this will be fine. We're just sending it. Looks fine to me. And then I just need to hook this up to a test project really quickly. Mask, yeah. I think a lot of, like, even like humans though, right? Like, if you go see an old friend wearing a hat, you would not be like, who are you? And what do you do? Who are you? Are you a new person? Whereas if you go up to like an old friend wearing a mask, they would be like, I feel like I know you, but I also feel like I don't. Yeah. Alright, so we have the DLL. Then here, we can do this. So this has input forwarder, well, we don't need this. We'll just kill this. Delete this entire resource. Give me a folder. We'll call this hotkey listener. Naming things is very important, a very underrated thing to pay attention to in programming, I've noticed. Because once you name something, then it's kind of, or at least for me, right? Once I name something, it's locked in my head, and then I'll never be able to forget it. Even if I rename it later, I'll still just accidentally refer to it by the first name I gave it. Alright, so slap the DLL there. Then new resource, GD native library. I don't know, ASDF. It's a pretty good one, GD native lib. Define the binary hotkey listener DLL. Give it a save, and then give it a script. Sure. Class name. What did I call this? Or did I even export this? This might be an, no? Hotkey listener node. Hotkey listeners near you. Then we just need to associate this with a library. There's GDMP, which is Godot Media Pipe, which is next on the docket for the next tracker. My coworker, I don't see her with her usual work uniform, will not recognize her. Yeah. I've been there before. Back when I worked at a burrito place. I remember whenever I was like walking to work, people, because I'm pretty easy to pick out of a crowd, mostly because I live in the South, but like I'm an Asian male. So, you know, there's not too many Asian males that work at a burrito place, or even like go to a burrito place in the first place, right? But I used to have like coworkers like call out to me and be like, huh? Who are you? Oh, it's you, but you're not wearing your apron. And your hair's like, you're not wearing like the hat. So you know what? I take back what I said. You know what? That's very true. I do get confused if someone's not wearing their hat. Am I a goldfish? I might be a goldfish. You never know. On the internet, no one knows if you're a goldfish. Alright. Then what did I call it? So this was register hotkey. Needed because you're a cosplayer. At the same time, you make yourself very visible. I don't know. I'm very bald right now, so. I used to have really long hair, which made me stand out. I've actually, when I had like super long hair, I got hit on a few times. I don't know if it's like a beer goggle kind of thing, or if they were, if there was just like a gay dude. It's always very flattering though. It's like, man, I could totally pass as a girl apparently, or a very attractive guy. Either way, I'll take that as a win. Okay. What are the key codes? The key, let's do key A, and then just empty array, maybe? Tell me. People think you know how to play the violin or piano. They have, actually. Which is unfortunate, because I actually do know how to play those instruments. Yeah, you're a bard. Yeah, I want to learn how to play the lute. The lute looks like a fun instrument. But yeah, I guess I don't mind if people ask me, like, do you know how to play, like, X instrument or Y instruments, whatever. But what does bother me is when people just come up to me and be like, hey, ni hao. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. Yep, that's how you say hello, more or less, in Mandarin Chinese. Although hit me with like a konnichiwa. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not Japanese. That's a bit uncomfortable. Let's run this. All right, so we ran into an error. Cannot convert argument modifier 1 variant array to pool. Okay, so let's do pool string array. Okay. We registered, but it cannot. Oh, I'm a big dummy. I'm a big dummy. Okay. So need to do register with register signals, something like that. So that's gonna fail, but then we just need to define register signals. How do you do this in Godot Rust? Godot Rust, you need to do repository examples, signals, source, librs, register with, oh, sorry, self, register signals. And then this needs to be pretty much anything you want it to be. Class builder, self. Lutes and lyres are fun, but very niche. Isn't, like, a lute is just like a weird looking guitar, whereas a lyre is like a handheld harp, right? Isn't that's what they are, more or less? So I have to be an ask. What type of Asian are thou? Ewan is an Asian duck. This is true. Well, actually, in this global consumer economy, aren't all rubber ducks Asian? Get it? Because everything's made in China. That's not funny, but yes, I am ethnically Han Chinese, but my parents are from southern China and or Malaysia, which means possibly more pure-blooded Chinese than like a northerner from Beijing or whatever. Just saying. See, that might be a spicy take. I know some people get a little riled up about that. Because it goes all the way back to blah blah, Mongols, blah blah. All that stuff. Not super interested. It's not really my thing. Okay, so live split core. We can get rid of these. Whoop. But yes, I'm Chinese. I always tell people that I'm like Malaysian Chinese though, because it's more interesting. It's more of a talking point rather than just like, oh, you're Chinese, okay. People are like, oh, where's Malaysia? I've never heard of Malaysia. Which is kind of weird, right? Because Malaysia is actually one of those like weird countries where everyone speaks English and it's totally okay. Or it's totally expected if you speak English. Okay. So let's do ASDF connect key received self ASDF. Okay, so this might work. Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. It's beautiful. And then we can, hold on, I didn't actually implement modifiers. Okay. So I gotta think. How would I do modifiers? I need some way of storing states externally from... That's kind of tough, right? Because here... Where was it? Here. Here. This function here, which is this anonymous function here, I need to be able to set... You're Malaysia, I just think monk. A Shaolin monk. You're in Malaysia. Malaysia is like nowhere near like mountains. Oh, that's not true. It's pretty close to like some Thai mountains, I guess. But Malaysia is like right on the equator. It's extraordinarily humid and hot there. Just a very unpleasant place to live unless you're into like, you know, I guess living in Florida if you're from the United States. But yeah, I mean, I think if you wanted to live abroad, Malaysia is not a bad place to live. I've been there a few times. Yeah, anyways, this works, by the way. So now and also it does not absolutely kill my frame rate when it's running. Or it doesn't absolutely kill my frame rate when I close the program because I'm just relying on Windows to kill the thread for me. This one actually cleans up its own threads, which is nice. But yeah, Malaysia, one of the official 2 languages, I think, are Malay or Bahasa Melayu. Yeah, Bahasa Melayu and English, which is nice. Whereas I think the national language of Indonesia, which is right next to it, is just Bahasa Indonesia. Yeah. But learning Malay is not too hard. There's a lot of English loan words. Like police is just police. I remember that one. That's a good one. Cat is kucing. That's a good one. If you showed me a sentence in Indonesian or Malaysian or Malay, I could probably read it. Because I feel like the grammar is actually pretty close to Spanish. All right. So now, okay. Now I'm just thinking. Now I'm thinking. Modifier key codes iter. And then we'll do the same thing for all the hooks. But then if we ever run into an error, we do need to bail out. Or maybe not. I don't know. Mod key. I guess we'll just do the same thing. But then we do need to do is equal to hotkey listener callback sender clone sender but then I need to check if it's already registered. That's right. So then here what's the program? Finally finished converting your D&D nodes into Obsidian. What's Obsidian? Like the company that made Fallout New Vegas, critically acclaimed action RPG from 2009 ? When did Fallout New Vegas come out? Fallout New Vegas. Was that 2009? 2010. That was a really good guess. Based off of nothing at all except like my memories of playing it. So don't do anything there, and then just log something, right? Something like this. All right, and then these are this is basically just the same function over again. Okay, so that's fine. We can figure it out. We can figure it out. Since is a notes program that can resolve your markdown files into a massive web, makes it easy to see relations between different parts of a campaign. I think I got you. I think I got you. I think I got you. Mismatch types, expected enum, key code found. Okay, so can't I just dereference this? Okay, cool. And I just dereference this as well. And then this is a problem, and this is also a problem. Does not live long enough. Modifier key codes dropped here while still borrowed. What do you mean? What do you mean this is dropped? This is not dropped here. Argument requires that modifier key codes is borrowed for static. I don't know. We can just consume it, right? That also doesn't matter. Okay. Sure. That's fine. Okay, now what is your problem? Temporary value dropped. Okay. Okay, so I can also, okay. There's a reason why I put these right next to each other is so I know which things are very similar, right? So I can replace all of these with just like a random function or the same function really. So I just need to clone the sender, right? Because this is a multiple producer single MPSC, multiple producer single consumer pattern, aka a channel. And then all I'm doing is sending on the channel and then attempting not to just immediately explode if everything doesn't go as expected. Although it's not a very clean pattern, I'll give you that. But for now, this is fine. For now, it's fine. Okay. So now I'm thinking. So I can get random keys, which is good, right? And then if I go back to test this, okay, so this also gets key repeats as well, which is kind of cool. Also gets key repeats. So we have A, and it also does not get key up, which is might be interesting. Huh. You're not able to get key up. That's unexpected. Can you get the key state? Can you get the key state, or is it only just key down? I don't know why I'm looking in here. I'm pretty sure I know what's up. Give me the source. Give me the source. Give me... How is this implemented on Windows? Virtual key code, blah, blah, blah. Hook. Here's the hook. And then this is only listening for thread spawn. Windows H keyboard LL. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know, I'm scared. This is why I hate working with lower level stuff. So this is the callback. And then this is looking for... It's only looking for key down, not key up. Maybe that's fine. Yeah. But then this brings into question, why did I even move over to using live split key code in the first place? Because input bot has the same problem. I guess this is just cleaner. Yeah. I guess this is just cleaner than input bot. Yeah. That's fine. Which means the modifier keys don't matter at all, right? Yeah, because, yeah, then I just need to track those things on my side, and then I need to have a debounce. Okay, so the entire idea that I had in my head is falling apart now. Yeah. Yeah. So I could patch this to listen for key up and key down so we don't so it's easier to listen for repeats, I suppose. But at the same token, I'm thinking. I could just handle all hotkeys on this side instead. So we could have like a hotkey map here. So a hotkey map here. So this contains the hook. We don't really need to have modifiers. Like the modifiers don't really matter at this point in time, right? Since now we're just listening for just all kinds of stuff, right? But here we have hotkey map. So this is some sort of, probably just some sort of hash map, right? Hash map of, Probably a string to thinking. I'm still thinking. How would you map a bunch of hotkeys? And then you also need to store the states of all those hotkeys as well, which means that you probably shouldn't use a hash map inside of a hash map. You should probably use like an actual type, because using real types in Rust is pretty cheap, as opposed to, you know, Java, where it might actually be more optimal to use deeply nested hash maps to store big data structures. So like struct mapping, something like that. So you have I suppose there's just name, right, which is some sort of string, and then like I guess keys, which is some sort of hash map of key code. Key code might not be hashable, but let's just see. And then here's a Boolean. So derive default. This is kind of my approach to programming, which is just when in doubt, just start typing and then hope you eventually figure it out. It's an approach that has historically served me quite poorly, but you know, I've never let that hinder me anyways. All right. So maybe like it's a vector of mappings, and then every single time we will... Wouldn't you need to have like a reverse mapping if you wanted this to be fast? Am I thinking about this wrong? So if you... Doing it this way, like it's probably still fast enough, right? Because it's in Rust, aka it's machine code. So it's Rust, C++, about the same speed. And then this is also completely decoupled from GDScript. So the only coupling that we have is the one callback that we have from key received. All right, so const node signal key received signal What is your problem? Expected an item? Hey. Hold on. How do you do constant strings again? Constant string Rust. Constants. Oh, okay. So you just don't define a lifetime, you dummy. I knew that. Okay. Key received. Key received. Nope. Now they probably need to borrow this as well. Hotkey listener. Oh, this is missing the hotkey map. That's right. So for now, it's just an array of things, right? So then what do I do with this? This is just an empty thing. Does making a reverse lookup make sense? So you have like a large mapping of, right? Does that make sense? I need to draw this out. My brain isn't working right now. This is a little too abstract for me. So right now what I have is a list of mappings. A list of mappings. And then inside each mapping we have like a name, and then we have like keys like A, control, or control A, whatever, right? Which requires you to iterate over every single item, right? You need to go item by item for every single hotkey that's pressed. Whereas you could do this in the reverse order, where you have a big map of I realize I'm doing this in different orientations, which might be confusing. But instead, right? So let's do this. So you have like, I don't know, like control B, or maybe you'll have like alt B, right? So instead of doing it like so each mapping state is controlled, or is kind of associated with its own, like it's its own block of data, right? Instead, we can do a mapping of like, here's A, here's B, here's C, etc., etc. Right? So there's B, there's control. And then these will point back to the various blocks of data, right? Something like that. So name, and then A, control, right? Control B, alt B. And then just pretend like alt's somewhere down here. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Right, there's alt. Right, so this will map back to this one, this will map back to this one, this will map back to this one, and this one, and then this will map back to this one. Right? So this one will be, in theory, a little faster, especially if you have a lot of hotkeys, because you don't need to iterate over every single hotkey every single time on every single key press. So if you have, like 26 hotkeys and you're playing like an FPS game, so you're, I don't know, you're just mashing WASD really, really quickly, you don't need to iterate over 26 items every time you press any key. Now, if you have a lot of, if all 26 of your items are mapped to WASD, then I guess you have another problem. But I think this is slightly more optimized. It does take up like twice the amount of memory, because then you need to maintain. Basically, we took this, moved it over here, right? So this box is essentially this. So these are equal. But then this is a separate container. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I know what I'm doing. I think. So we can do like key to hotkey map. So this will be a hash map of key code to a vec of mapping. Something like that? Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right. I'm losing my mind. my brain is definitely not firing on all cylinders. I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my drink. Maybe it's the fact that I still have not reached the Balmer peak, so I'm still overthinking it. Hello. I'm back. Can't wait until my ankle is healed. It's not really my ankle. It's like the big tendon on the inside of my foot. But I pulled it. Thought I waited enough time for it to heal. Turns out I didn't, so I got even worse. So I think I blame part of my brain fuzz on the fact that I'm not able to, I guess, wiggle like I usually do. If that makes any sense. Because usually when I stream, I'm standing up, right? I use a standing desk. But now all I am able to do is just kind of like wiggle impotently in my seat. Need to buy one of those. I like standing desks. I know that according to a lot of my older coworkers, I say a lot of them, actually all my coworkers are like 10 to 20 years older than me. But yeah, like standing desks are kind of silly. And you know what? I kind of get it, I guess. I guess if you're more of like a business type, you don't respect them. But I don't know. I'm kind of I need to move. Like I could entertain myself for quite a while with just like an office chair, right, and just spin. It helps me think. It helps me think by distracting me. Because to thine own self be true. I have a tendency to tunnel on what I think is the solution, which is not great. So I need something to distract me, then I'll come back to that train of thought and be like, oh, okay, I was thinking about it incorrectly. This is what I should actually be doing. And you can kind of see that happening now. Where I'm tunneling on a solution, but I have no outlet to distract myself. Okay. So here... Register hotkey. Alright, so I know that all of this stuff works. I know all of this stuff works. So then let's get rid of it. Now that we've figured it out, let's get rid of it. Just so it's easy for me to go back to it. Alright. Register hotkey. Alright, so we rewrote it once, now we can just go through it again if necessary. So this is register hotkeys. Or I guess, yeah, register hotkey, right? So this is, just call it name, some sort of Godot string, and then keys, which is a pool array of Godot string, right? And then return a bool to just let you know whether or not it was successful. Oh, you know, something that is actually interesting that happened today is my Steam Deck came in. How fancy. I wasn't planning on getting one, but then I saw like, oh, you know, it ships in about a week. Okay. I thought I would have to wait like 6 months, and I was, maybe my mind would change in the intervening months, but 1 week. Guess I haven't bought any video games recently. And I can play a lot of my Steam library on the Steam Deck. So we can give it a try. Alright, so if self key to hotkey map. Is this wrong? Hold on. How do we associate these things to these things? Maybe this should be hotkey, like actual key to hotkey name. Yes. So we get rid of this. This should be hash map of key, the actual hotkey, to a hash map of string to an actual mapping, right? And then this one will be a hash map of string to mapping. And then we'll just pass these values into each other, right? Oh, did I do this in the wrong order? Is this how you do it? Is that how you add it? Are you not allowed to? Okay, maybe this one? All right, that's fine. Give me back the defaults. I can just do a hash map. Like that. That's fine. So then hotkey map, that's fine. Hotkey map. And then we can also do hash map or key to hotkey map. Key to Wait a minute. No, you can't do that. Wait, yes you can. Wait, no. Wait, yes. Wait, no. Wait. I'm breaking my mind. No, this should be string to string. Yeah. So this is key code to string. What am I doing? Okay. Brain does not work right now. All right, that's a hash map. Just use the defaults. Give me a default, and then this is also just a hash map. And then these will refer to each other, right? So key to hotkey map. This is a key code. This points to. Oh my god. Okay, a vec of strings, and then this string is in the hotkey map. So this is the global hotkey map. This is the key to hotkey map. Yes. Yes. Wait. Yes. Wait. Yes. Right, so to a list of names, and then it'll just iterate over every single name. Yes. Okay, I got it. I got it. I don't know why that was so hard for me to wrap my head around. All right, and what is your problem? Method. Yeah? Do I have an error somewhere else? Ooh. Oh, it's because of this. Okay, cool. There's still one error, which is here. That's right. Oop. True. Okay, no errors. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, bring me back. So for key in, key to hotkey map. For key in self. Oh, this is register hotkey, right? So this is if self hotkey self hotkey listener as ref. Something like that. If listener hotkey map contains key name, then just return false. And then I might need to do a conversion. Consider borrowing. And then, yeah, because Godot strings dereference down into just regular strings. No. Okay. Okay, sure. ToString. Okay, so if that already exists, then that's fine. Then we'll hit it with a Godot error. Hotkey, this thing is already registered. Okay. Otherwise, we can do self, or not self, listener, hotkey map. Do they call it insert? Okay, so insert. No, this needs a mapping, that's right. I suppose this is not necessary, right? Because this is already just a hash map. Maybe it's fine. So then we have keys, inserts. So for key in keys, read, iter. Okay. So mapping, keys, insert. Okay. Okay, hold on. Key code from string. And then the okay. All right, and then this returns a result. do an inner match here, but I do need to handle the error, which is why this is going to be kind of weird. Key otherwise. Error. Okay, so this is a nothing. Invalid key. This thing. Something like that. All right, yeah, so that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird, but it'll work. And then we'll also just do this in error, in order, I should say, not in error. Mapping name is equal to name to. Okay. So there's our mapping, and then we'll just insert the mapping again. So we stored the name in 2 places just so we can go back and see what it's called. Yeah, and then 2 string, sorry. Hey. Needs to be a mutable reference. Wait, what? Cannot borrow hotkey map behind a reference. Listener is a hot mutable. Oh, that's right. Mutable. Double mutable. Consider changing this bindings type to be a mutable hotkey listener. Is it not? You can't. You don't do this, right? No. Hold on. I'm thinking. My brain is my brain's not working. My brain's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Cannot borrow hotkey map is mutable as it's become a behind a reference. Listener is a reference. So data it refers to cannot be borrowed as mutable. As mutable? Okay. Alright, cool. Good enough. And then here, listener key to hotkey map. We need to insert hold on, I'm thinking. Isn't this the same thing then as above? Key to hotkey map. This might be a problem. This might be an error. Like I know a way around this. So we just need to do these in different scopes, but I'm going to see if this is possible beforehand. This is yeah, vector of strings. So it's a key code. Key code. Sure. I think I have an extra brace here. No? Eh? No, I do not have an extra brace here. Expected pattern. Oh, sorry. Like that. So key code. Slap all of this stuff into here. There's your key code. So insert key code. False. There we go. Then insert key to, wait, mapping keys. This is key code to bool. That's right. And then also insert the hold on. Hold on. Then I need to check to see if the key code already exists in the map. That's right. So if listener contains key code, and then it's probably complaining about, oh, okay. We just need to borrow, that's fine. So if this already contains it, then we can just do key to hotkey map insert. Or I guess get. Get mutable. Oh, okay. Well, get mutable is already safe, so we can do match this thing. So if we have some push name, otherwise, if it's none, then we want to do something else, right? All right, and then your problem, we just need to clone it, I guess. That's fine. So if this does not exist, then we'll do listener. Wait, hold on. Let's vec is equal to vec push mapping name clone listener key to hotkey map insert. So this needs to be a real value. Sure, I guess. Yeah. Key code. Something like that? No? Cannot borrow vec as mutable. That's fine. Actually, can't I just do this? So we provide an initial value like so. But actually, can't we do it like this then? I'm back. Hello, back. I'm Team UN. Yeah, there we go. I think one of the nice parts about Rust is that once you are done fighting the compiler, as long as you don't have a logic error, you can kind of assume that everything will work. Even the compiler also like catches a lot of logic errors for you in terms of like memory management, which is nice. Because memory management is something that I am not good at. But I think this makes sense. So if the hotkey is already registered, then do nothing at all. Otherwise, we create a new mapping. We run through every single key that's associated with the hotkey. And so for every single key, we grab the key code. We register every single key code. If you ever run into an invalid key code, then we should return false. I'm still not sure if I want to unregister everything. I guess that's probably okay. And then mapping keys, insert. Insert this key. Yeah. And then we also set up the key to hotkey map. Yes, because the key to hotkey map is a reverse lookup for every single mapping. That's right. Yes. And then if it's a new key, we can also do this. He's doing it. He's doing it. So let hook is equal to hotkey. Okay. So listener hook match hook dot register. So register this key code, sure, with this callback. So move. All right, so where do we get the sender from? That's the question. I guess we can do let sender is equal to listener callback sender clone match sender send key code. So okay, so we're able to send. That's fine, nothing needs to be done. Otherwise, we want to print an error. I'm not sure what the error would be, but I hope that we send it. Oh, and then we need to unwrap this, right? That's the problem. Wait, no. Am I missing something? No, that looks right to me. Eh? Hold on. What's the error? Try moving the match, but isn't... We need to match this. Oh, sorry. So error. Error. Okay. Yes. This looks very complicated though. This is a little bonkers. I think it makes sense though. It's just the reverse lookup which is throwing me. It's the reverse lookup that's throwing me off. But I think that makes sense. So just to talk over it one more time. So when you register a hotkey, you give it the name of the hotkey, I guess, action that you're registering, and then the keys that are associated with that, right? So then first we grab the listener, which is the Rust struct. We unwrap it, grab a mutable reference to it. Then we check to see if the hotkey is already registered in our hotkey map. If it is, we print an error and then return false. Otherwise, we can assume that we're creating a new mapping. So here we create a new mapping defaults. We set the name on it. And then for every single key from our parameters, we iterate through them. So we try to get the corresponding key code for the key. So if there is no corresponding key code, that's an error, and that should be handled on the Godot side. It's not a user error, that's just a developer error, because the user should never be able to input an invalid hotkey. Yeah, so we grab the key code. When we get the key code, inside of the mapping keys, we insert the key code with an initial value of false. That's right. And then for the key to hotkey map, that's the reverse lookup, which is confusing me. We try to get a value. If there is a value, then that means we've already set up the callback once. So then we just push the mapping to it, right? So this is key code to array of hotkey names. Yes. Yeah. So if we have not hooked up the callback yet, then we insert the key code into our key to hotkey map, and then create a new vector that contains the hotkey name, the mapping name, if you will. And then we set up the callback hook. So we grab the hook, which is the low-level hotkey implementation that I do not care about because that's platform specific. We clone the sender and then set up the callback. So whenever a key is pressed, this key code, this specific key code, then we want to send the key code on the sender. Yes, obviously. Right. So basically this sets up the reverse mapping. This makes sense. And then afterwards, in the just the regular hotkey map, which is hotkey name to, I guess, mapping. It's name to string mapping. So key to hotkey map is individual key to many hotkey names. Hotkey map is hotkey name to many key codes. Okay, so key to hotkey map, that's many key codes to many hotkeys. Hotkey map is hotkey, one hotkey to many key code. No, yes. Yes. No, yes. No, this is hotkey name to many key codes. Yes. Okay. Okay. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to like visualize. I can't. I know the pattern. I've implemented this pattern before. I'm just struggling. I don't know why. All right, build it. Okay. And then I guess we don't need this anymore. Okay, I think that's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. Let's send it. Refactor, use live split hotkey. Oh no. Oh no. You don't want to do this. I set up my get ignore incorrectly. No. So now it gets very confused. So echo. Okay. This makes more sense. Okay. Git commit, use live split hotkey for listening to hotkeys. Or start refactoring to use I spit hotkey for listening to hotkeys. I guess move Rust code into this repo. Okay, so that's pushed. My brain is broken for whatever reason. My brain is broken, but this import forwarder repo will be going away. There's no reason to split it out, because this is really only useful for like this one thing. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be live tomorrow from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, working on this again, blah blah blah, all the relevant stuff. Check out vpuppr. That's what this is all for. I don't know, is my bot up? Alright, well you can find my accounts on that repo anyways. Thanks for tuning in. Live tomorrow. If you subscribe to the channel, stream 7. I can't think right now. I'm so mind flooded. I have no idea why. I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, and on Wednesdays, which is today, from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time, working on various Godot and or Rust related stuff. Sometimes both at the same time. But yeah, there's a Discord, I don't know, in my description. Or you could just click on this button, which is in the README. Yeah. Goodbye, I guess. See you later.